Welcome back to the group from Pacific Hermitage. And I noticed, on YouTube there was a live interview. It was Ajahn Chunda interviewing Luangpo and Ajahn Kurdamo yesterday morning for the Pacific Hermitage live stream, whatever it's called, 3 monks and a cup of tea or something. And or maybe that's what it used to be called. So that was interesting, seeing that Luangpo's up there now and they're settled and doing their thing. And Luangpo also sent an email that he's enjoying the Pindabat. So it's going to be very nice it's a very special community up there and a very good group. So I think it's going to be nice that they can support Luangpo for a while, and it's a nice gift for them. I was noticing this morning very peaceful nature sounds. It's a very nice kind of temperature early in the morning. Yes, it'll get a bit hotter later, but even that's okay if we don't make a problem out of it. A lot of the suffering, well, all the suffering that we have comes from making a problem out of things. And say something like heat in the afternoon, it's actually not that bad, but our comfort zone tends to be very, very small. We have a small temperature range that we tend to be comfortable in. And we also have a small range of experiences that we can have which are comfortable for us. So that patient endurance, the Kanti Barami, is when we're okay with being outside of our comfort zone sometimes and seeing oh yeah, it wasn't really a problem to begin with. Oh yeah, it was actually totally okay. Oh yeah, 100-degree weather is actually totally okay. Oh yeah, sweating is actually totally okay if I don't make a problem out of it. Or we can decide we can go the other way and really suffer, really make ourselves suffer over these things. So that's really the training that Luangpo Cha taught for his students in Thailand. And we don't do it nearly as extreme as Ajahn Chah was doing it, making everybody sit under a hot tin roof after the meal for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We don't do that here. We're not going to make you sit under a hot tin roof in 110-degree weather and just sweat it all out. But we can think of that training with Ajahn Chah and think, oh, well, if they could do that, yeah, I can walk up to my kuti in 100-degree weather or whatever, or I can do walking meditation and sweat, or just try to make it work somehow. And there's also techniques to help make ourselves more comfortable. So, for example, one thing I learned at Pujamgam when it was very, very hot is doing walking meditation could be made more endurable by taking my angsa and dunking it in water and putting it back on, and then you get this evaporative cooling, and 15 minutes later it would be dry. Okay, dunk it again, put it back on, and then I could stay at least somewhat cool. Or you can also learn from the animals. I remember at Pujamgam when it was 100 degrees out and watching there's these lizards. There's also a certain type of lizard. They run on 2 legs very fast. And in Thai they have a funny name. They're called Ya in Thai. But these lizards, they go really close to the ground when it's super hot. They try to get as close to the ground as possible. In Thai, and you have to get the tone right too for that. It's yeah. If you say yeah, that means trouble in Thai. So these are yeah. They're different, and they're not yeah. They're not mid-tone, which is just the Western yeah. And but we make these things work for us somehow, and then the mind can feel very cool at any time. The mind can feel very cool and peaceful, and we can have a sense of ease and well-being at any time, whether it's hot or cold or whatever the situation is. But then also using mindfulness to try to see that moment where we start to make a problem out of a situation and see how the mind just comes from its base of normality and actually starts buzzing and shaking and quivering and quavering, and then it's not peaceful anymore. And then it's not at ease, so it's left that base of coolness and well-being, and it's become agitated and in a state of dis-ease. So we want to then kind of like have to breathe, take a few deep breaths, bring it back to that state of that base of normality. So as we go about whatever little duties and tasks we have during the work period, we can kind of recollect those things. I'll leave that for reflection.